Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gigi and today we're going to do a very subtle and cute set of Valentine's nails. First though, we're going to clean up this bottle. It is gross. And I was about to start doing the nails and I realized it was just kind of gunky and I didn't like it. So I'm wetting a paper towel with a little bit of alcohol and I'm taking the brush out. I'm just popping the brush out of the lid, which it pops right out. It's easy peasy. You want to grab it with you can see how on this paper towel I grabbed it with the paper towel. And then use the paper towel with a little alcohol to close in that paper towel in with the lid. And then you can pop the brush right back into the lid just by closing the bottle. And then you have a nice clean bottle of polish. So if you have some really dirty polished bottles, that's a really easy way to clean everything up. So now I'm painting all of these nails this real pretty color. It's something by Kiara Sky. It's got the tiniest bit of a shimmer to it. It's sweet and something, I think, or something and sweet. Anyway, it'll be listed in the description box, so be sure to check if you want to know what it is. I bought this a couple years ago, so I don't know if it's still in their lineup, but it's a nice color. I really like it if you're going for just a super creamy tan color, because it is a little more on the sand side of things. It almost looks like sand to me, which is what drew me to it. Actually, my daughter picked this out for a set that I did for her. And this again was more than a couple years ago. Now what I'm doing after a second coat is just putting a matte top coat on, because we're going to add some cute little details. And I just find working on matte a little more pleasant, right? It's just easier. It feels more like, you know, the surface of paper, how that feels. I think a matte top coat feels kind of like that. So that's why I like to work on it. And plus we're going to use a pencil for one tiny thing. So you'll see what I mean in just a minute. If you have a hard time with the same thing I have a hard time with, then you're going to understand why I'm doing it this way. Jacob, please. Hey, look at mommy. Jacob, look at mommy. I'm going to insert a picture of him so that you can see who I'm talking to. Jacob, McCandles. I know you can hear me working, sir. Okay, so I'm almost out of matte top coat. That's why this took a minute for me to get it done. Sorry about that. I could have cut that all out, but then I wouldn't have had time to talk to Jake. So what we're going to do now is with this white that you see there on the on that little palette, we're just going to make some dots and turn them into hearts. And they're just going to trail across the nail in no particular fashion, just in a way that makes me feel happy. And that's what art is about, just making you feel happy. So, you know, don't torture yourself too much. I know that's easier said than done, as I tend to torture myself a little bit with art. There's a few things I've been trying to teach myself how to do lately, and they're driving me insane. And I realize that that's silly, so I just need to relax and let it flow. Because even if I make mistakes, they're all mistakes that lead toward learning. So that's what you want, right? That's what you want. So, you know what I'm noticing here with these two little dots is that these would make really cool, if you did this on a black background, they would look like little eyes, and this would be great for Halloween. So, I can't get away from feeling like I wish it was Halloween. I really want Halloween. But it's starting to get warm here and it's really nice outside. And so I'm going to start gearing myself towards some springtime stuff, not Halloween stuff, but maybe something spooky. I don't know. I feel like I need to do something a little spooky. And I love horror movies, so I don't know. We'll see what I can come up with, because I just have that hankering, right? I need to do it. If you are also into horror movies, let me know what's your favorite horror movie or your favorite horror movies, because I know it is really hard to just pick one. But for me, my favorite horror movie is also my favorite movie, and that is Aliens. And I know a lot of people only consider Aliens to be an action movie, but I consider it action horror. If you look it up, it is classified as action horror. And, you know, if you can consider Predator action horror, then Aliens also qualifies. And honestly, even the original Alien has a certain aspect of action to it, because they are running around trying to kill an alien, right? So I love adding these little dots in between. It adds to the look of everything trailing. I like the idea of the trailing hearts across the nails. They're just meandering along, being happy. I don't usually show the thumbnail, but I figured we had time. So let me go ahead and just throw that footage in here. It's so quick to do this. If you were doing this on yourself or in a salon, you would be done so fast, especially if you didn't second guess yourself and do things over and over the way I do. Let me just self-clown a little. What? That's right. But back real quick to horror movies. Some of my other favorites, like going back a ways, is like The Howling is one of my favorite horror movies. I also love The Prince of Darkness. That's actually my favorite John Carpenter movie. I know more people would gravitate toward The Thing, but I think that there is just a beauty to The Prince of Darkness that I cannot stop thinking about. I love that movie so much. Honestly, I feel like now that I've talked about it, I need to sit down and watch it. Maybe I'm going to do a little horror movie marathon today while I do more nails. That's a great idea. But anyway, there's so many good horror movies. Like more recently, I love the remake of The Evil Dead. I love Cabin in the Woods because it is so crazy. So here we come in with the pencil, and in the lightest way possible, I am just tracing out the word love in mostly script. And now I'm going to come in and trace that out over with that white polish. Trace over it with the white polish. I feel like I should have gone a little lighter with it. I think it leaves a shadow that I was not happy with, but I just transcended my unhappiness and moved on. Sometimes you just need to do that. And while this set was super easy to do, I was disappointed because what I had originally tried to do didn't work out, and this was my default position on how to get a set done for today. And I'm happy with it. I love how it came out, and it's so delicate and subtle and pretty. I really love it. But that only a little bit cuts the feeling of wishing I had been able to accomplish what I was trying to accomplish. And I think it just means to me that I need to spend more time practicing. Even if I film it, that's fine. If the footage doesn't get used, it doesn't get used. But I need to give myself more time to just practice things and not expect myself to be perfect straight off the bat. There you go. I'm being too hard on myself. And I'm not timing it right, I guess. I need to practice things before I try to bring them to the channel. So now on this pinky nail, we're just going to dot it up. And that's going to pull the dots from the heart nails into this all by itself. Just some dots by itself. I find a dotted nail to be extremely effective. So cute, so adorable. It's a little bit girly, a little bit fun, and it just brings a new element to it. Now I'm just cleaning everything off to make sure there's no trace of pencil left behind with a little alcohol. And now I'm going to come in with a few dots to pull dots in to all of the nails. And now we're going to pull out the Gelixir Top Coat. And this is a non-wipe top coat, so it is soft gel. And everything here is actually soft gel, so you could totally soak this off. I don't know why I mentioned that. It came into my head and I said it. Anyways, I actually really love this top coat. It's nice to work with. I've not worn it, but I like working with it on the channel a lot. It's very shiny, and if you hold it upside down like I'm going to, it does seem to help a lot with the lumpy bumpies. And this one is not super lumpy or bumpy, but there would be a tiny bit of texture. So we are going to flip it upside down and give it a cure. And here is the finished set. Guys, let me know what you think of this super subtle Valentine's inspired set. I absolutely adore it. I did want to mention that in the last 24 hours, we got 5 new friends subscribing to the channel. So welcome, you guys. We're so happy to have you here as part of the Glam Squad. And for everyone, if you are still here, you know you're a rock star. So give me a rock star in the comments. And we will see you back here on Friday for some more Valentine's fun. Bye-bye.